The everyday lowest prices on all grocery items. Trust low-cost supermarket for the widest variety of quality products at low prices. Freshly picked fruits and vegetables, healthy products for your well-being, high-quality meat cuts, and a warm and friendly service. Low-cost supermarket, Sun and Main Road, Cunupia.
Ronix premium quality.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening and welcome to Breaking Barriers here on IBN Channel 8. Of course, it's a Wednesday evening. And let me just say a special hello back to one of our crew members who got demoted last week. And what happened is that we took away his demotion and now he's back in the office working with us once more, Uncle Patos. And of course, we have a guy, Smiley Moody, there sitting on. And of course, we expect to have Jawad and others. Of course, let me just hail out two people who are missing right now. And that is Annie and Caliph. And of course, they're down right now in terms of, they're not too well, but they are recovering. So I wonder if I should have said that, boy. They're under the weather. Yes, they are under the weather. Nothing serious. They are recovering. And, from all of us, we wish them, a speedy recovery, right? A speedy recovery because we miss earlier. I mean, them does, who them does remind me of? You see my mother and father, right? Because they're similar in age and anyway, I would just like to thank all those of you. Over 3,000 plus people, messages, WhatsApp, greetings, over 3,700 and something. I couldn't believe it. I don't know what's so special about yesterday's birthday for me, but I would like to thank all those of you who wish me all the best. As I said to everyone, a birthday is just one step closer to the grave. A birthday is just a reminder that you are closer to that 6 feet under. Yes, there's reason to celebrate, but there's also reason to worry because it is not something that you should take lightly. People are saying, oh, good, I reached 60 years, boy. But they may know here what happened. People who reach 60, the chances of reaching 61 don't be damn, you don't be that good, right? So we have already one foot in the grave, and this is why, like I say to everyone, the more you can do and the more you can get done, do it before that time comes. All right, our first sponsor, let's of course welcome our friends at Tile Expression. Remember, for all your tiles, and let me just say a special hello to Hema, and thank you so much, Hema, for facilitating me today. Of course, when I went down there to get some tiles, and of course to the rest of the staff at Tile Expression. And do not forget, brand new countertops, they have porcelain and not porcelain, sorry, they have granite, right? Granite, and they have everything else. Plus, they have these these exquisite tile cutting machines and discs, etc. All right, now here we go. Time to get this thing kicking. What is that? The first thing I just want to say that I am seeing one or two GoFundMe with the only diver that survived. Now, I don't know if it's legitimate. So please, if you are helping, make sure that it is legitimate, please. Make sure it is legitimate, because at the end of the day, I want to make sure that the money goes where it should go. Now, the fact is that everybody read the story about the survival and how things went with the pipe undulating in the seabed and all that. And boy, let me tell you something. I don't want to rehash any memories, but one of the things that I could tell you is that this is something that we're not going to forget. No matter what took place in the Senate today with all the changes, we are not going to forget this. We are not going to forget that the Prime Minister met with Bliss, right? All of a sudden, he's the opposite of Shaggy. It was me, right? So we got to talk about all them things. We got to talk about all them things afterwards. We got to deal with that afterwards, right? We got to deal with as we go along, because tonight, I had everything planned until the Prime Minister decided to drop that one on me. But of course, if that is a distraction, we wouldn't become too distracted. Because I know all earlier right now was worried about for the last 2 days, $2 ketchup from KFC. Now let me address this matter, because I don't know what is wrongs with all you. Yes, what is wrongs? Firstly, everything all over the world going up. Oil, chicken, flour, KFC, 11 herbs and spices, that ain't manufactured in Trinidad. If it was manufactured in Trinidad, everybody would have had the recipe, because nobody can keep their mouth quiet in Trinidad. So thank God that Colonel Sanders was not a Trinidadian. So that secret recipe have to be imported. Not only that, all I ever priced one of them fryers that KFC does use. One of them frying them is over 100,000 euros. So whereas you had a service your frying, it cost you 500. KFC servicing a frying, it cost you 15,000, 20,000. So the overheads are greater. And you know, they have so much in terms of maintenance and a drama. I'm not a spokesperson for them, but what I'm saying is this. We have so much things to worry about. People go on Kakalele and pay $200 to go to a fete, and 10 minutes after it benefit them. You will go in a restaurant or you will go in Rizzoni and pay for a pasta nearly $200, and when you look at the pasta, children will dribble more than that. You understand? So, oh gosh, for $2, but I disagree that it should be the condiments. I think they should have raised the price on the chicken itself or on the sides, and that would have been more acceptable, because really and truly, we're not into the paying for condiments thing, where you know, thing that we always get free, we ain't gonna pay for. You understand? That is how we just operate. Don't tell me to come and pay for something we always getting free. We ain't gonna take that. But you see, if you want to send up the price, we go quarrel, we go argue, and the next day, we buy. Alright? You know, that is how we just operate. We are docile people. Anyway, let's get the ball rolling. Don't forget, our Ramadan expo takes place next week, right? And I believe it's only 5 more spaces that we could take. As I said before, I am taking a limited amount of tents because, number one, our parking area in Savannah is only halfway good. Secondly, there's a car wash on the park area now, which is occupying a sizable area. So what happens is that we have to reduce the amount of tents. So for those of you who have not paid for your tents or booked for your tents as yet, guys, could we put back up that, please? Right, that is for the Ramadan expo. Remember, this is not only open to Muslims, it's open to the general public. You can WhatsApp or text those 2 numbers, 6844762. No, don't text. I don't use text again. That SMS thing went out the door about 30, 40 years now. 6844762 or 3834699. All right? Good to go. Let's go again. Piaco. You know, this thing is turning out to be such a nuisance around by Piaco, where these containers are parked up. If somebody run up the road, this is scrap iron men and them in this area. Right? And I think something has to be done. And nobody against nobody doing business, you know. But you see, when you're doing your business and these things park up all over and creating a hazard, puppy, somebody could dead. So all you use common sense, and this is by Piaco. Of course, the police ain't going to do nothing, right? We know that. Let's go again. 1 month later, remember I had brought this up last week and I had brought this up the week before. Even though I had called for people in forensics, I got no response. But here they are this now. Right? This is Duduman Sanka and his wife Ramde, who was burnt. right? And as I'd said before, his son had witnessed this. And boy, like I said, every time I look at this couple, I'm trying not to, because really and truly, every time I look at them in their face, it affects me, because you could actually see the hard work on these people's face, boy. You could actually, almost reach out and touch it. It is there. You could see it emanating from them. Pull back up that again, guys. And here it is. We have made multiple attempts to conduct forensics. There is no foul play, and the police have no problem with releasing the body, but forensics officials are refusing to release the bodies as no DNA testing has been done, right? She added, we have offered to pay to have the DNA sample shipped privately for it to be done because Trinidad does not have the solution to do the DNA testing. Nothing in this country works. When you're living is problem. When you're dead is problem. I don't know, but say what? The color in the back, right? Great is the PNM. Well, I'll go tell all you. Let's go again. Labreman arrested stealing 1 million of TSTT cables. Well, last week we see a man get 15,000 bail. Now, interestingly, police were on patrol when they saw a vehicle around 3 a.m. and when they checked, the driver and another passenger blazed trail, but they were able to catch the driver. But what is interesting, how come they're getting these fellas and who thief them, but they're getting the fellas who they're selling it to and exporting? How come it is all these scrapyard dealers and them who buying these things and stripping it of its copper or selling it abroad just so? Because you know the price of that cable, bread? That ain't no joke, man. That is real money there, So I'm confused because they're supposed to interrogate the man and find out, well, who you're to sell to. Go to these people's yard and find out exactly what's going on. But that don't happen. Let's go again, guys. Right. Okay. You see this? Asim, I want you to keep that on screen because what happens is that there's something I need to do here. Right? I need to, right, Zakir? Right. This number. Right. Have them call this number now for me, please. Right. Right. Now, all you remember this? Do fast. All you remember this? Last week when I spoke to the police, what they say? That they are still investigating this, right? Now, when I read back the article, this didn't catch me. But this piece on the bottom here that was in the Guardian. A senior officer who said the matter is still under investigation. Right? A senior officer said the matter is still under investigation. He said there were difficulties in getting statements from witnesses, noting that the driver was questioned and released. Now come back to me. Now I want to ask a question. Right? I'll have the lower tier, guys.
Hello, good night.
Hi, good night. Is this Miss Hill?
Yes, it is.
Hi, this is Inshan Ishmael. I'm calling you from IBN TV8. Good night, ma'am.
Good night, sir.
All right. Miss Hill, as I said before when I contacted you earlier on, guys, the lower third, could you put it on and off so we don't block the advertiser information on and off, please? Right. So when we spoke earlier on, I told you that last week I had mentioned this thing on air. And what happened is that when I saw this, I was horrified because I have a 17-year-old daughter, a 16-year-old, well, she's 17 now, right? A 17-year-old daughter, and I cannot even begin to imagine finding your daughter on the ground with her skull bust open. I want you to tell us, and by the way, for those people watching, this is Miss Hill whose daughter was knocked down by a driver and she was on the sidewalk. And her daughter was pitched up in the air, they said almost to the height of some telephone wires. And she fell back down and cracked her skull. Miss Hill, I don't want to put you through this, but could you tell us the events of that day, please?
Well, good night. My name is Adafi Hills, and I'm the mother of Shukwana Hills. And on that day, the day the incident happened, it was the 13th of September, 2021. She left home in good spirit, right? She left home around like after 2 the evening to go by the nearby neighbor because she said that the lady was sick and the mister was sick also. And she left there and gone to purchase diabetic strips for them. They are living in the next street from Mommy, which is Silal Trace. And on that afternoon when she left there, she went to purchase diabetic strips for the lady. When she left the drugstore, she bought the strips, she left the drugstore, and then coming back, the car came out from a marriage trace and struck her. She went high as the electricity lines in the sky, and she fell back down.
And who told you this? Witnesses who were there at the scene, correct?
Yes, witnesses who was there on the scene, like the villagers. When she came back down, and when I get the news and I ran out the road, I saw my daughter lying on the side of in some bushes near a piece of pipe. I saw her lying there motionless.
Did anybody say that they Did anybody say that they witnessed what happened?
Well, to be honest with you, a lot of villagers saw what took place. Some said they saw her coming back down when she got struck from the car. Some said some of them say that they saw her coming back down.
Right.
From the lines.
Right, but she was on the sidewalk, is that correct?
Yeah, she was on the pavement.
Right, good. And there is a functional pavement there.
Yes, it is.
Good, okay, because there would be no reason for her to walk on the road, right?
Correct.
And for somebody, and that road, is that road a main road or is that a regular side road?
It's a main road.
Okay, and I think the max on that road would be 30 miles per hour, correct? Right, so which means that if somebody were to get in an accident, disguise somebody up, and remember all these things during forensic investigation, you'll be able to tell. But go ahead, ma'am.
And when he struck her, he drove off. Because when I reached out the road, when I reached out the street, I saw the vehicle parked by the Chinese grocery, which is the name of the grocery is Honeycomb.
Did you get the vehicle number?
Yes, I get the vehicle number.
Okay, good. I want you to WhatsApp me that number later, please. I don't want you to say the number, but I want you to WhatsApp me that number. We are going to do a little trace on that vehicle.
Okay.
Right? Did the police check insurance? Did they check license, permit? Did they do a breathalyzer?
Well, I don't know much about that information, you know. Because the only information so far that I've been getting is that they're investigating the matter.
And it has now been 6 months.
Yes.
All right. Well, what I want to do is that, as I said before, the Faizabad station cannot just take this one and brush it, because let me explain something to you that you may not know. Having witnesses is not the only way to determine guilt. Having witnesses. Without witnesses, you could base the facts on what is taking place around there. For example, the vehicle should have had skid marks. Did anybody measure that? Did anybody mark off the area where, how she was found, etc., etc.? The reality of it is that, did anybody take picture of the vehicle to show the area where the vehicle was hit, to create back a whole forensic scene? Anybody? And this is what is bugging me, because all of a sudden, the witness is the only thing that the police in Faizabad is depending on.
Correct.
And I suspect that something stinks, and every single week I am going to bring up this issue until the police call you and say that this man has been charged. I promise you that as a father, because I cannot bear to stand there and watch you holding the blanket of your daughter, right? 6 months later, and you have not had closure. You have lost your daughter, but all you're asking is justice, correct?
Correct, yes, sir.
All right, so Miss Hill, I will work on that for you. You have my number, so call me in the morning and we will put things in place for you. And again, on behalf of all of us, our condolences to you.
Thanks much.
All right, take care. And you could tell that, she has cried and cried until she can't even cry no more. I spoke to her today, and it's like, when somebody it's like they're exhausted and they're fed up and they reach a point where, oh God, nothing is happening and you're just frustrated. That is the position that she's in. Let me just pull back up Milsha's. Let me thank Milsha's for sponsoring that segment. And remember, for all your Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Jaguar, Volvo, Range Rover, Maserati, Porsche parts, remember to check out our good friends at Milsha. Right? Let me go again. Hey, talking about Porsche. Boy, I see a man I know today by Tele-Expression. I say, boy, good thing I see you, boy. I can get you involved in the hospital, boy. Boy, if you hear this man, boy. If you hear excuse, boy. And I look at these fellas and multi-million-dollar vehicles, boy. I got to tell you, boy. All I can tell is I wish all them fellas and them the best, boy. Oh, my God. I don't know now, boy. The money, boy. The money. What I got to tell you, it's like a family thing with a few of them. Anyway, let's welcome Mitsubishi Electric and, of course, Mitsu Air, sorry. And Mitsu Air is the agent for Mitsubishi Electric air conditioning units. Remember, they have inverter units, and all their units carry a 10-year warranty on parts and labor. No other unit does that in Trinidad and Tobago. Give them a call, 674-4000. Let's go again, guys. Tonight is going to be a kind of long night. Right, this is, and I was hoping when we were talking about this that this would have been brought up, but this is the Shakana. This is who was bounced down by the vehicle. All right, so this is the child that was murdered 17 years by a driver. And the police service in Faizabad is doing little or nothing. 6 months. An investigation that should take 48 hours is taking 6 months. I don't know, boy. I really don't. Let's go again, guys. Tobago police have started an investigation into an event that took place at No Man's Land on Sunday night for possible breaches of the public health regulations. But while the investigation is active, police officers who tried to shut down the event while it was taking place found themselves stranded as they had no boats to take them out. Hey, I tell you, we have a set of dunce in this country, you know. When I tell you a set of dunce, it's like I don't know, boy. I really don't know what's wrong. And you know, here what happened there? When police were looking for me, it had vehicles stationed outside my house. It had vehicles stationed outside my business. They came to Baraka with 5 officers. So in total, about 15 officers were looking for me when the police wanted to find me. And they couldn't find me. But to go and shut down something that could endanger the health of the whole country, all you're stupid. Let me pull back up again, boy. In an interview with Guardian Media on Monday, Senior Superintendent Junior Benjamin, whom I was told is a pastor, and he also has an active church. So I don't know how much policing, allegedly, that is what I heard, right? I don't know how much policing Senior Superintendent Junior has done. He said he learned of the event while it was still going on after videos were shared with him. Imagine that. These people playing music for the whole of Tobago and all over to here. And police right there and they hear nothing. But somebody have to send here a video like he cocky deaf. In several videos that have been shared widely on social media, partygoers can be seen whining in and out of the water, some of them on boats, bracketing the shorelines as music played loudly from another vessel. I saw some footage and immediately I sent this out to the officers to find out if this was taking place. Immediately I contacted the Coast Guard as well, and we decided that we are going to try to go via land to see if we could defuse the situation. However, to get to that location, we were told it is no man's land. We encountered some difficulty with the terrain, Benjamin said. He said the officers tried to trek to no man's land, which is typically accessed by boat, as the only road leading to it is privately owned. Whether it is privately owned or not, come back to me. You see, and this is what I tell you, it have certain people in this country who does get away with murder, you know. If that was in Shan Ishmael, having 40 people gathered, all now are in handcuffs, and this is the discrimination, and this is the stinkness that we see coming from the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. You telling me that you couldn't command a boat? By law, you could go, oi, Start the engine. We going so. Done. You have authority too. But you know why? And then not only that. Police are supposed to know the terrain wherever you are. Don't tell me there's terrain you do not know about. No man's land is a place where people is going line fed, drugs is coming, all kind of thing. All is supposed to know that terrain like the back of your hand. But excuses. And here what they say to now. They say they're looking, and it have a next slide on that, fellas? Right. We encountered some serious problems with the terrain. There was a trench dug there that we could not cross, so the terrain became impassable. The only option we had was to be on the sea, and we had no vessels to assist us. So so everything had to stop there. So suppose these were fellas bringing guns and drugs, patos. This what I tell you is a bunch of idiots, boy. Right? They waited for the partygoers to return to shore to try to interrogate them. But that plan too failed. Here it is. My understanding is that when they see the lights of the police, so Don Quixote and them, Yayan and them, going somewhere, and they wanted the element of surprise. But they decided to put on their lights. I tell you, some of these police in this country, some of them, I tell you, they're operating with zero brain cells, you know. Something wrong, you know. Either they put their head in a microwave and put it on for about 2 minutes, because that can be functioning brain cells operating like that. That is mad, people. All you can't be right in all your head. Something had to be wrong. Something have to be wrong. Because you telling me that in 2022, I could look at this and find this acceptable, and the commissioner of police ain't reprimand nobody for this notices, right? Right, so when they see the lights, right, my understanding, when they saw the lights of the police was dispersed and the vessels went different places to ensure that persons left, and they did not even come in. They used pirogues to come off the boats, so everyone was trying to find creative ways to beat the system, Benjamin said. However, those who have evaded the police so far are not home free yet. Benjamin said there was still a possibility they could face charges. We are looking at the footage. We are looking at the footage to see if we can identify persons of interest or even boats or assets. Look the boat name, right? The boat name on both of them. We are looking at the footage to see if we can identify persons of interest or even boats or assets that we can put some link so we can proceed to verify what exactly transpired. He said officers have been working 24/7 over the past weeks. If Olia was working 24/7, this wouldn't have happened, boy. I tell you, and when you think we have Bebe in Trinidad, up comes the Tobago Police Service to show you that they have bigger Bebe than we. I really don't know, you know. Let's go again, guys. The IMF TNT dollar overvalued by 20.4. Imbert say we're not devaluing. But you know how them does lie. So all you expect a devaluation soon, 8-1, and you know what US got sell for on the black market? 10-1. 10-1. Because some people, a woman called me a day, in China, my family coming on, I have 1,000 US, you wanted to buy? I say, how much you want? She said 10-1. I say 10-1, you know, 10-1 is murder, right? I say, let me tell you something, all you mad, all you keep all the US. She said, but somebody offers she 10-1. I say, you heard me? Keep your money. Some people really mad, you know. And then it has some people with long beards, so, right? Long beards, so calling me and telling me the US to sell for $8.50. That's fine if you want to make a profit on money. That is not a problem. Go ahead and make money on money now, man. That is, if that is where you want to go down. Well, I'm going to tell you. Anyway, may just welcome RPM Express Courier as the #1 courier of choice in Trinidad and Tobago. And I would like to thank the courier driver. Yesterday, while I was in my gym trying to burn out the fat on my left torso, I got a call. RPM Express was downstairs in front of my home, 7:45 at night. Now, the fact is that they don't do this deliveries for each and everybody, because remember, they don't want to take a risk of getting robbed. So therefore, here what happened. They realized that there was an important package, and they came home and they delivered that on time before I needed it. And I would like to thank RPM Express because that, brother man, is service. I would like to compliment the staff of RPM Express. I would like to compliment the management because this is what service is about. This is what performance is about. And the pricing, top of the line. And if you're still going with them, other courier companies, run, and give RPM Express a call, 224-4RPM. All right, so let's shift gears again. Let's go, guys. The Office of the Prime Minister released this, and you see the date they had on it? 2002. They changed it, right? So it looking like this had happened before, and we know we only catch up with it now because it wasn't our time up, right? Let's go again, guys. And list of payees with uncashed checks. And let us see on the bottom there. These are kind of like a few Chinese because who is on cone? Zoom in, guys. Whoever operating that system tonight needs some Geritol. Who is on cone? UNKOWN? Like somebody named Uncone? I know it's unknown. And this is from government, eh? What I'm going to tell you? I don't know now. Let go. Come back to me, guys. Right, let's go again, guys. Let's move here. Moving like lightning. Ah, yes. This is the lineup here, boy. This is the lineup. Attorney General. This man is one man I have the greatest respect for. Reginald Amo. Brilliant man. Brilliant man. Brilliant man. And if you hear him in court, man is flyer. So that is something I can't go against because the man, I have the greatest of respect for him. Faris Al-Rawi, Minister of Local Government, come back to me. Fellas, all you know what slide I want, right? Right. I have a special slide for Faris. Are you ready? Let me get it. Right? Here what happening, Ajed. Here what really going on, eh? Right? I find you looking good in a CPEP outfit, eh, guys? Right. Let me explain something to you. That goat looking like he could be ready for Ilad Hawaii Patus. And he two horn looking like two banana. Right. Let me explain something. How that goat neck in the middle of the body, boy? Anyway, right. A deformed goat. Come back to me. To go from, all right, let me repeat something that I told Patus. There are positions in government that is considered prime positions. One of them is Minister of Works, because with Minister of Works, you deal with the bulk of money, and anybody who get that ministry, he is the one that has have to be handling a lot of money for the government. All you understand what I mean, right? Right, good. You have the Minister of National Security. You have the Minister of Foreign Affairs. These positions are high positions. Minister of Local Government and thing is kind of, well, but you can see about people cesspit and thing. That is what it is about, cesspit and drain. And to take somebody who is the Attorney General and put them at local government, you didn't put them at Foreign Affairs, you didn't put them National Security, which I think would have been the better choice because Fitzgerald Hines is a mammoth failure, a massive failure at national security. You decided to put Faris at the bottom of the ladder. I don't know about all you, but I think it have war going on between Faris and the Prime Minister. All you agree or disagree? Because Faris was the pretty boy before. Now, isn't it interesting that one has never seen Faris? Has Faris ever acted as Prime Minister? Only one man, the tall man. Right, tall man. Good. So I want to ask a question here to Fitzgerald Hines. There was a Muslim girl, an attorney at law, a person that wears the hijab, I'm asking a question. Why was she removed from the Ministry of National Security? But what is interesting, I was told that that same girl was hired by Faris Al-Rawi. So if one minister fires somebody, you know that no other minister can touch that person, right? Or remove that person. Nobody want to do it. So Faris now decided, well, okay, I will take you. So that alone tell you that something cooking up and something ain't right. And Faris, boy, if I was you, let me tell you something. You and your wife have money that all you can count. All you get rental for billing, yes, Rowley might give X and take away the rental. Don't study he. You see this Sukaran name and the Al-Rawi name is a name not meant to clean drain with. Right? That is a demotion, breads. You get pelt in the sewer system there, breads. It means that your political life, right, hanging by a thread. Do the honorable thing and resign and save your family further embarrassment. Kazim Hussein as Minister of Agriculture. Kazim is one minister. He don't argue about nothing. He just go there and do what he had to do. Camille Robinson Regis, I have no comment. Penelope Beckles, she has always been a hard-working person. I have the greatest of respect for her. Nigel De Freitas, I don't know. But what I can tell you, he looks very pretty. Right? So what is like his face is well, you know, look at the mustache on him now. Like that man actually drew that mustache on him. And his lips puckered and thing. Here like he went, I don't know, but like CPML make that hairline for him. Boy. You see that hairline cut there? Remind me of mine. Right, so all you understand what's going on there, right? So big shuffle. But again, I am thinking that that is distraction number 3. Because all of a sudden you have the Paria thing, you have the Police Service Commission thing, and the Prime Minister getting caught with his proverbial pants down. Because the fact is that the Prime Minister said by giving information, nothing is wrong with that. But you gave information. You said there are certain things happening, allegedly said, that there are certain things going on with the firearm section. The firearm section, since the police service started, had corruption. Gary did not put it there. If Gary was removed because of that, then every other commissioner should not have sat because of that. And not only that, nothing was pointed to the present commissioner. I mean the past commissioner, nothing. He wasn't found guilty of anything. So the fact is that for you now to go and do your do, whether it is you think you had no influence or not, you are the Prime Minister, Breds. You have some influence. You go to a place to eat, even if people don't like your head, and there are plenty of people in Trinidad and Tobago who don't like your head. I am one of them. Right? Who don't like your head. If you go somewhere, right? If you go somewhere to sit down, some idiot must get up and give you a speech because they're thinking, oh, God is the Prime Minister. You understand? And that is how it is. So the fact is that this is where we're going. Another red herring, we are waiting to see. Let me just welcome Sultan Drinks to this segment. And remember, Sultan Drinks have that special black seed, right? And for those of you who don't know about black seed, go and take a little research. Check it out on the internet and you will see the many benefits of black seed. And Sultan is available at supermarkets and pharmacies, mini-marts nationwide. All right, so let's go again, guys. Look who's still Minister of National Security, right? And then we have Amitabh Bachchan, brother, recipient of 5 crying awards, the official PNM cry master, Terence Yal Singh, still Minister of Health. What's she now, boy? And here what happening? Are you ready, boy? Are you ready? Right, here what happened. Come back to me. I was aghast when I see this video this week. I say there's something wrong, and I say this in no bad way. I say this with no disrespect, but I honestly think Terence needs to go and get an assessment done. I really know. I have seen people with mental, who have suffered mental breakdown. I'm not saying he has, but the fact is that some of the signs that he's thinking outside there, I'm not a doctor, but the fact is that he has me worried. And I'm asking for him to go and see a professional to get some help because maybe it is he needs it. I don't know. But here what's happening. Take a look at this video.
Overcome. Could I get a napkin, please? As a person who was charged with leading the health response, Mr. Shade, where are you? Mr. Shade, come.
3,000 people dead. And them celebrating, he crying like Dolahin. What? You know, I can't understand that. Dolahin chale, sasura chale, I don't know, you know what he. I really don't know. I don't know. And then you happen. You know, you ever see them in the MBTA boy, wait up like Starboy and Stargirl as hog by tree, and you know, something like this, right? Something like this, right? You know, you just see these things at them, you know, zoom in a little bit now. You just see these things in the MBTA boy, right? You know, in the MBTA, where you expect to see things like this in the MBTA. You know, you're always seeing a tree, you're always seeing people looking into one another's eyes. And what is that? Yes, you're telling us about what the hell is about. By the way, that my brother and his wife, what's up with their teeth today? Right, come back to me. Ashwin was fall off the couch. Right, no, but that's fact. It's only them in them pretend them you see people crying and susking and all kind of thing and getting on. So, when COVID now start, he see people linemen on the promenade, and he pulled aside and shed a tear. He wasn't shedding a bloody tear when Panorama was going on, when all them people was in the hog pen. He wasn't shedding a tear then. When he went and hung up a staff member, and there was a part in that video, I don't know if I got it, where he had said, oh, look at him, you know, he breaching the COVID regulations, he know he breaching it, and he intentionally broke it as Minister of Health. And all you want to play, all you come in and playing dotish. Something wrong. I tell you, I just feel here some of these things that I see in it, I just feel like I ain't bold and beautiful, and some of them in the MBTA. Because when you look at what is taking place in this country can't get any worse, you know, man. Here what's happening, this Prime Minister will go down as number one, the most hated Prime Minister in the history of Trinidad and Tobago, and that is, let me tell you something, is a strong word to use to hate somebody, eh? But let me tell you something, you see when somebody is destroying something before your eyes, you cannot like them, right? This man will be known as one of the most despised persons, not because he's Keith Christopher Rowley, you know, but because of what he's doing to this country. Almost every area in this country is falling apart. And I said it before, in 2015, when given the opportunity, and I listened to this man, I say, yes, boy, this man looking like he gonna make a difference. And I went and I supported this man. And boy, here what happened. If I could have chopped out my finger for doing that, I would. And I apologize to Trinidad and Tobago for doing that, because I caused thousands of people in 2015 to vote for this man, boy. And if you know, that's still burning me, but I make a promise to all the people outside there, and I said it before and I'll repeat it. I was the one that helped put him there, and I will be the one to help take him out of there. And I make that promise to you, and I'll hold me to that. But the thing is that, as I said again and again, PNM is the problem. The UNC, in its present structure, Rudy in nursing, waste of time. Khadija Amin, waste of time. Saddam Hussein, nothing about he. Waste of time. And Barry Padarat, waste of time. And not only that, the UNC has an agenda that they push. I have always said that I believe in the foundation of marriage, man with woman, woman with man. And that is where my religious belief stands. I do not condone, support anything otherwise. But You are free to do what you want. If you want to go and marry that tree partner and you want to be happy, that is your prerogative. You could go and marry a pineapple tree. You could go and marry a mango tree. You could go and marry Tarzan tree. I don't care. That is your right. Because in this mad world that we live in, it have a woman in Florida who married a Ferris wheel. She married a Ferris wheel dreadnought. You know, a Ferris wheel, what people is going to take a ride on. She named the thing. It was on shipping wars, and they was transporting this thing. And I say, but this world full of mad people, boy. It have people who married a dog. You understand? People who married a house. I tell you, it have real mad people outside there, you know. Anyway, thank God, it have something to bring me back down to earth. And that is built to last. Where in these hard times, where you're catching it in, and especially if you're building a house, you're building a commercial apartment, or you're just making an extension, give Built to Last a call. And of course, they will organize and deliver for you. You get roofing sheets, standing seam, decking pans, purlins, hardware supplies, you name it. And of course, there are contractor special available. All right, so give them a call, 355-7704. Try them now. You might be able to get through to you. Right, let's go again, guys. Oh, this is Reginald Armour when he was sworn in as Attorney General. Boy, Faris right now, and I'm sure Faris watching this program. I'm sure, because his mother does view this program. And you know Faris feeling towards that program? I mean that pretty. Put it back one more time. You know, it's real burning Faris to see that. You can imagine Faris sitting down on a chair and watching this right now. Faris, you know, this must be real pain in Faris. Come back to me, guys. You know, it must really be tearing him apart to see that picture. Put it up one more time, guys. I mean, you know, the picture, you know, it may be causing stress on him just to see. And then the wicked control people, we have zooming in the picture. The wicked people, right? And I don't know, you know what I mean? If there was even more wicked, it would zoom in even more. But we're going to leave that right here. Right? Come back to me, guys. Look at now, start to zoom. Fellas are moving. Right. So let's go to the other slide, guys. Oh! I was hoping to take a break and come with this, you know. Days before the Water and Sewage Authority wrapped up the controversial Beetham Gardens pipeline project, thieves carted away almost 113,000 material and pipeline from the job site. Remember where they light the whole road on fire, and then the police said they got have arrest and nobody got arrested, and they shut down the whole country? And the police did nothing because the police and the bandits and everybody else is the same damn thing in this country. The thieves resisted security officers on duty and helped themselves. They resisted security officers. Hey, imagine that. Why the security officer didn't put some bullet or some blows in their tail, right? The thieves resisted security officers on duty and helped themselves to sheet in various lengths of pipeline. Now, pipeline is something you can't hide, eh? But you know what's going to happen? When you carry that home, your neighbor and them hiding that, you know. They helping you hide that, you know. Metal jackets for shoring, diesel shackles, manhole keys, and frames and covers. The only thing they didn't thief was the diesel. The $14.1 million. Well, I'm going to tell you, boy. Yesterday, Public Utilities Minister Gavin Gonzalez confirmed the items had been stolen about 2 weeks ago, and police officers had to be called out to ensure law and order. Police didn't come to arrest, you know. Police came to maintain law and order. All you see, like I tell you, in this country, it have certain rules for different people. For different people, it have different rules. The criminals and them have a different rule. The people who support the Balize have a different rule. All you don't get touched. Because here what happened, that is the kind of madness, that is the kind of society we are creating right now, where everybody else is the enemy. If you are a supporter of the state, you will get support. And the police service now is indoctrinated as a part of the government. Let's go again, guys. That's it. We can move gears somewhere. Right? Yeah, let's run through that.
All right, people. Today is the 15th of March, 2022. Right? This water running out of this 6-inch pipe here, constantly running. And we have water restrictions. They can't use hose and thing, right? You see our water running there. But look on the opposite side here now. well, you can see that is Uwasa booster station in St. Clair. So this water apparently running over here under the ground here and coming out here and dumping and wasting in the river.
Right.
And that's clean water.
And people can't get water. So if someone for WASA could please look at that, please, I'll greatly appreciate it. Right? So again, you're watching Breaking Barriers right here on IBN Channel 8. Remember, this program comes to you live from the studios of IBN, located on number 61 Bamboo Main Road, Bamboo number 2. My number is 6844762. Before we take a break, I just want to advise you, remember the Ramadan expo takes place from next week. And you need to tie up paying for your boot, etc. Because remember, we are taking a limited amount of boots this year, for this year only. Plus, we have our Eidgah planning and thing as well. That will take place. Because you see what takes place for Carnival? Nobody stopping me from having any gathering. Nobody. Otherwise, somebody go get lashed. Are serious, you know? Somebody go get lashed this time. Because here what's happening, the discrimination is real. And it should not be tolerated, because you see what takes place in Port of Spain, and then you have these Yayan and them telling you there were no breaches, and we, even the ones with cocky eyes, see there were breaches. So they need to come better than that. They need to come plenty better than that. All right? So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue. You can also download the Tigo app on Android and iOS. Remember, when you download the Tigo app, you could watch Breaking Barriers on the go. And for those of you who want to tune in during the month of Ramadan as well, whether you're in work or not, you could download that app and, of course, view programming that we have on board. Don't forget as well that you could, we're on YouTube as well. Check out Breaking Barriers live on YouTube. And not forgetting, remember, Ramadan is coming up. So for all those of you who have companies, you know, it's a fantastic way to reach the entire Muslim community, because we are the highest viewed station within the Muslim community, because we are the only one, there's only 2 stations, and we're the only one that has allowed women on it. You understand? Think about it. So they have the population. So all the women and them should be watching IBN. All right? So all of us, we will be back right after this break.
Ronix is a German tool brand. Ronix is a German tool brand.
Many things come and go, but only a few stay forever and become part of us. Sultan Cola. Original drink made of black seed with mineral water, natural flavors, and amazing taste. Refresh yourself with Sultan Cola. You know what you drink.
Mitsu Air Limited, authorized Mitsubishi air conditioning dealer. No need to replace your air conditioning units ever so often. Split units, cassette, ductable, CTVIF systems, and much more. Mitsubishi Electric has long been powering industries and providing solutions for healthy living. Mitsu Air Limited boasts the industry's first 10-year warranty on all parts and labor. Inverter units are also available. Don't hear it, just feel it. Mitsu Air Limited, 246 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Give us a call at 674-4000 or 675-4000 or email us at mitsu.limited@gmail.com.
Prices on all grocery items. Trust low-cost supermarket for the widest variety of quality products at low prices. Freshly picked fruits and vegetables, healthy products for your well-being, high-quality meat cuts, and a warm and friendly service. Low-cost supermarket, Southern Main Road, Cunupia.
Ronix premium quality.
And welcome back. All right, let me hail out a few of the Riaz. Mohammed, how are you going, Riaz? All the best to you and the family who tuned in right now. Thank you so much. I've greatly appreciated. Imagine, they want leave the country and go on. They want, you know, with all the mouth here, they want go. Now, Clarence leaving the country and going. Plenty people leaving and going. And not only that, many businesses wrapping up their operation in Trinidad and taking it Guyana. Many businesses, because I was talking to someone from Westmoreland and they told me, if you want a dead state Trinidad, if you want to suffer and suck salt state Trinidad under Keith Rowley. That is what they said. But I keep telling people, you see, many of these people who will continue to support Keith Rowley are people who get in your electricity bill. You don't worry about that because the government paying that for you. You never pay a water rate in your life. So you won't vote PNM? Come now, man. You want the AGC house, you're getting it. You wouldn't vote PNM, of course. And there is a lot of people who decide that is the way to go. And, you know, I've always said, if you see a problem, step out. And about 4 or 5 years ago, when Keith Rowley had come up with this Nancy story about how the Muslims were harboring guns and in Monroe, and he used that on a platform. And I contacted him. And I told him, hey, what partner, you don't blame my community for them kind of thing. It have other Muslims. Like I said, well, God bless you, boy. You know what I mean? Yes, the Muslim is really criminals, you know, God bless you. Imam and him with long beard. And tell him, you know what I mean? Here what happening again, a contract. You understand? Me know. I've always said you stand up on principle and you stand up for what is right. And you don't care about the money that you lost. Don't worry about those things. Let me just welcome Extra Care. And remember, Extra Care products selling like crazy in Trinidad. You could also get them at PriceSmart. And the prices that you are paying is a percentage of the high price brands. So look out for it wherever you go. All right, so let's go again, guys. I just got this via WhatsApp, right? Need your louvers clean, need to unclog your box drain, need your front yard power wash, call me on 68 revoke. Right? Trinidadian is not easy, you know. Somebody just do that, you know. And this is what I tell the man, you know. This is what I tell him, you know. Tell him, I say, boy, Faris. And I sent a message to him, eh? I sent a message earlier on to him. I say, Faris, with all due respect, save your family name now, boy. All you don't need this. You don't need this. You have so much money that you and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren get dead and still buy out half of Trinidad. Save yourself the embarrassment by a man like Rowley. You know, a man like Rowley embarrassing is like double embarrassment here. Like when Rowley tell me to kiss his K-Pax and I tell him, well, I would, but I cannot tell the difference between the head and the K-Pax. He didn't expect that response from me, you know. He didn't really, of course, for me, but here what happened? You can't play, you're coming after me, but I dread like stale bread, you know. Let's go again. Trinidad and Tobago, no, here what happened, eh? Watch how I can get some defense force men vex, eh? We are paying 4,600 personnel to do what in the defense force? What equipment we have? This is the only tanks we know in Trinidad. That is the only type of tanks, you know. Come back to me, guys. Asking question. We have 4,600 men we pay in every month. Number one, how much warplane we have? None. How much tanks we have that functioning? One. None. I never see a tank. The only tank I see is some rotoplastic. And you can't shoot nobody with that. You understand? How much missiles and how much torpedoes and how much submarine we have? What else again is you in war? How much Navy ships we have? We are Coast Guard, right? And we just get 2. So, here what happening now. I am making a suggestion now. Seeing that we pay in the Coast Guard, because if we go to war, the only thing we Coast Guard will do is take away the other people's wife. That is what we Coast Guard will do, and I make no apologies because the Coast Guard in Trinidad and Tobago need to be disbanded and let them use those officers and them, send some of them to the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Because we paying 4,600 men to do what? We ain't going to no war, and even if we go into a war, we have to put up our hands so one time. If Grenada come to fight we We putting up we hands so because we have nothing. We have nothing. Men communicate. Sorry, I'm just going to pick up my girl and come back. Yeah, I'll go shoot you afterwards. This is a serious thing, you know. Grenada don't even have a function in army again here. Grenada disband the army. Other countries, I think it's 10 or 15 countries wherever around the world, have no armies. What it is, we have a defense force for. Who we could fight? Name one country we could fight and win. And here what happening, if we get in a war, nobody staying here to save Rowley. Nobody. Everybody gone. Army men gone, policemen gone, everybody gone. Some of them who can't swim, jumping in the water and going to Tobago. Today, I make the call for the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force to be disbanded. It serves no purpose. And let them incorporate those officers into the police service, because Trinidad and Tobago serves no purpose having those gentlemen being paid and prepping themselves for what? For Christmas time to occupy with police? That is the only time we use the defense force? Or every time we have a little call out in Port of Spain and somebody misbehaving, only them did they show up? And if you train some of them as an elite police team, you could do the same thing. Use about 400-500 of them and do that, but not 4,600 man. And plenty of them was in Isuzu too, you know. So plenty of them racking up good money. Plenty of them driving brand new vehicle that you and I pay for. So I say, end the defense force and let us move away from that notices. Too much money being spent there and we're not getting anything in return. What we get in return? What it is we get in return from the defense force? Jawad, what we getting? But this was saying, no, members of the defense force will be vexed with me for saying this, but what I'm going to tell all you, I never say things to make people happy, you know. Ask plenty of them all and I'm trying to be good. Let's go again. A police sergeant was beaten, tied, and robbed of several items, including his gun, by two assailants at his Gasparilla home. You know, this is so sad. This is so sad. Eh? I mean, when you look at it, even the police getting robbed. But you know what? At least now this officer know how all are we feeling. Sometimes it's hard to say, but the fact is that here what's happening now, breads. I feel your pain, but that is how the average citizen feeling right throughout Trinidad. You understand? Sorry about that. Let's go again. Judge, errant cops should pay for damages from their own pockets. A High Court judge is again advocating for errant police officers to pay victims of their malicious prosecution either all or a portion of the compensation. And this is what they must do. So men like Soka and men like Smith and Andy Mohammed and all them fellas and them who want to play the fool, and men like Meister, right? At the end of the day, here what happening now, breads. You see this? This should happen from tomorrow. Put that back up, please. Justice Frank Sibasad is also suggesting that the state revisit its approach with a view to settling those cases where the evidence of wrongdoing on the part of the agents of the state was pellucid. He made the recommendation after awarding a beef farmer a total of $168,000 plus interest and costs after he successfully sued for malicious prosecution. He was arrested during the 2011 state of emergency on a drug trafficking charge. I don't know. And this is happening. Malicious prosecution takes place almost every day throughout Trinidad, where officers come and they want to do things to you. That happened to me 5 times. The first time I get arrested was in Bamboo number 2, when they put a battle by Tanti who passed away from the Pala neck, and I remember Corporal TVA, a clown, right? He come and he want to tell me a set of thing. I say, boy, move from here with your stupid self. Well, I get charged, I get arrested for obstructing and insulting language, right? And then I get arrested in 2007 for printing a flyer without the printer's name, and that was under the Anti-Terrorism Act. And then I get arrested again for, in front of the Guardian, and then I get arrested again for hampers in Baraka grounds, and then I get arrested again for TML Primary School, and then I get arrested again for a gun charge, and I get set up with, and officers was the one together with the man who made the claim that set me up. All if you joke, I have a real record there, no boy. And every single one, 6 of them with the police, 6 arrests, and every single case I won. Every single case I won. Malicious prosecution down the road. These officers and them had to pay. Let me just welcome Rita to the segment, and of course, Rita Basil Drinks. If you have not tried it, try it now. You can contact Atlantic Trading. If you are unable to get, just call them and they will make arrangements to have it delivered to you. Let's go to our other slide, guys. You know, this is the most dotish thing I see. You know, I just wonder if we need bush. Imagine we have to still take our vehicle and go to people and organize licensing. I mean, this should not even be done. There should be proper offices all over. But like I tell you, when you put the wrong people in position, this is the kind of dotishness that's happened. This is the kind of stupidness. A man tell me to check and see the colors on that bus. Anyway, pull up back that bus if you want. Pull up back that bus. TEA. Right, good. Remind me, I need to check something on that. TEA 725. T, boy. Right, good. Nah, checking something. You know, I just have my little checking thing. Right. Let's go again, guys. Online driver's license exams coming, and this is in Guyana. In Trinidad, we can't do that because in Trinidad, you had to bribe everybody before you could do anything. In Guyana, what should they reach? And I want to tell you, Guyana laughing at we now, boy. Imagine Guyana, all regulation, everything that hold back COVID right now, all the regulations that they put in place, they're scrapping all that. Let's go again, guys. I want to let you leave that right there for a second. Leave that right there. The Prime Minister said people currently don't watch how they use their cars and don't think about the use of fuel when they enter slow-moving traffic because of the price levels. Whose fault it is that have slow-moving traffic? And Cornholio don't know that in slow-moving traffic you burn less? This is what I tell you. Cornholio, ask Cornholio if he does pay for your own gas. Or who does pay for it? He should be the last one talking about gas. Let's go again, guys. Barbados dropping gas prices to help citizens all over the world. They're dropping gas prices to help citizens. But because we have a government who don't see from the core come down, right? Who don't know how to put away for a rainy day, and every time they spend money on dotishness, and the same fellas you called crooks a few years ago is the same fellas robbing the treasury through contracts now? Tell me a lie now. All of we know who we're talking about. But these are the same fellas getting billion-dollar contracts. But there will come a time when all these fellas and them, I tell you what happening, all the money they thief, they got to have to pay for it. They got to have to pay for it. There comes a time when everybody has had to pay for what they do. And them fellas and them, boy, I don't wish bad on people, but them fellas and them, really and truly, they had to suffer for the amount of theft they thief, the amount of thing they thief in this country. And for the people who allow it. Let's go again, guys. This is Brian Stone. You know who's Brian Stone? Boy, I just can't listen to him at all. I really can't. Right? He does be with UNC all over and this and that. And he was the one that made a set of defamatory statements against Rowley. And what happened is that he had to pay Rowley $350,000. Right? Now, you know what's the hardest, boy? Watch that thing on top now. Trini off to Ukraine to help in war against Russia. If a Trini, come back to me. You see, in Gaza right now, everybody will agree that Israel is the animal that killing innocent people and have taken away land from Palestine, from Gaza itself, from the surrounding holy areas. They have put blockade in place. They have killed innocent people. If Insha and Ishmael decide to go Gaza now, and I say I go and fight to protect them children, you know what's the first thing they're calling me? You know what the Guardian go put me as? You know what the Express and all them people and them might put me as? I don't know. They alone know. But I could tell you what media houses might put me as. Terrorists. But you see how it's different for other people? Watch what they're calling this man. He's a freedom fighter. And you know what they say? One man's freedom fighter is another man's terrorist. You understand? This is to tell you how hypocritical the media in this country is. This is to tell you how hypocritical it is. Let's go again, guys. India accidentally fires missile into Pakistan. Again, hypocrites. If a Muslim country had fired any missile anywhere, they done bomb that country about 100 times already. And here what India said now. India says it accidentally fired. How you accidentally just fire a missile, Breds? What are you doing? You polish it and it had your red button right on top of the missile and you was polishing the red button. They're testing to see how far their missile will reach and where it will reach. But like I said before, anything under the devil called Modi, yes? Anything under he. Let's go again. This girl in India, they have ruled, the courts have ruled that the hijab is not essential to Islam. And this is to tell you how stupid the court is in India. This is to tell you the kind of donkey they have there in India. And I don't disrespect the judiciary, but this is to tell you how stupid they are. Because the fact is that now you have, unfortunately, people who are within the BJP. The BJP is a fundamentalist party, it's a set of sickos. And the fact is that when you have people like Modi, Narendra Modi, running a country, this is what you get. Where they have the judiciary under their feet. And what happens is that things like this could happen. And all this is doing is causing division and wedges. A piece of cloth on somebody's head is causing so much problems. You know, the Hindu community, they are so respectful that, you know, I remember when they go to the temple, they used to use the urni. You understand? Nani, when she going on the road with the urni, she all over the house. But the day she going out, she went on the urni. It is a sign of respect. It is a sign of modesty. The nuns could wear it. Right? The nuns could wear it. But again, like I said before, the hypocrisy worldwide is unbelievable. Let's go again, guys. Yeah. There's an allegation that this gentleman, was caught interfering with a meter. If anyone, and there's the allegation, right? Anybody who knows this gentleman and can confirm, because I know TNTech don't use that color apparel, right? They don't use that color, they use khaki. So take a look at this. So anybody who knows this gentleman, you can contact the police and verify, please. He said he's working TNTech, he has no TNTech ID on him, and he said that the meter was given a wrong reading and he come to check it. You feel it easy? Them men and them brave, you know. Licensed firearm user. Enter your property, they ask permission.
You could tell me what is the situation, please, sir?
Right, so again, could we get the front picture of the gentleman?
I'm checking you reading.
Where we got a shot of him at the beginning. Right. Right, that's about the best you can get it. So this gentleman, anybody knows this gentleman, if you can contact the police service, please, or you can contact me at 6844762. If he's saying what is fact, then he needs to have his ID, and the fact is that at the end of the day, this was passed on social media, so we're just doing our part. All right, so what we're going to do is that we're going to open up our phone lines now because, what's the statistics today for COVID? Right, 395 new positive cases, and what means that they're saying, Heinz is saying that there was a minor spike for the carnival period. But what means that the carnival period is this whole week. So I want to see what is going to happen by the end of this week. Because remember, carnival was what, the 3rd, etc. Right? So we are into the 2nd week now. So let us see what the numbers will say. Yeah, let's go. Let's go with the slides. We'll open up the phone lines afterwards. Let's go. Rowley is saying it was me all of a sudden now. All of a sudden he didn't know who it was. It didn't matter. Right? But now all of a sudden it is me. Let's go again. Right, let's go again. Right? Although he was previously reluctant to admit it, Prime Minister Keith Rowley has confirmed that he was the high-ranking official. Now, as I said before, partner, you gone. Whether it is you like it or not, whether it is you feel that you interfere or not, by you even talking about an issue like this, expressing concern, because here what's happening, Trinidad and Tobago have 1,000 more times problem with you than we had with Gary, but you still there. Oh, how I wish we had a committee that could have voted you out. But the fact is that we still have you there, even though all those problems. Now, the thing is that you complain about something that has been around in the police service for donkey years. But like I said, you know, I'm going to tell you. Let's go again, guys. Now you can, next slide. Misconduct in public office. This offense requires that a public officer acting as such willfully neglects to perform his or her duty and or willfully misconducts him or herself to such a degree as to amount to an abuse of the public's trust in the office holder without reasonable excuse or justification. And I think this qualifies. What the Prime Minister did qualifies as far as I'm aware. Let's go again, guys. According to Rowley, Griffith has been a huge disappointment. I wouldn't even bother to even read that, because look who talking about huge disappointment. Look who talking about, I mean, give me a break now, man. You know, I'm going to read it. He demonstrated, imagine this one saying he demonstrated all the negatives in a substantial way. Imagine Manin had warned us about Mr. Wajang himself. Right? Manin warned we about you, boy, and you talking about Gary, and his discontinuation with the office did not come overnight. I had opportunity and reason to speak to Griffith on a number of occasions. Let me tell you something. I talked to a few ministers, and I could tell you that right now it have rumblings inside, and they may take an opportunity to get rid of him soon. They'll get rid of him. They'll get rid of him. I don't think they'll keep him there, because they realize that he's a liability right now. Let's go again, guys. No, one before. Right? One of the first tracks he went off was that he always had this attitude that he's not going to recognize the ministers of national security. The ministers of national security was disrespecting the commissioner. So catch yourself, Breds. Let's go again. From time to time, I had to guide him back to the fact that you have a minister to report to. Oh, God. Secondly, he had a horrible way of dealing with the public. I had to caution him on that. Look, the one that tell me to kiss HK Pax. This same one, the same man who could cause it to get instant diarrhea, right? Telling you about disrespecting people and how you deal with the public is the same one that tell me to go and kiss HK Pax. And he talking, boy, here what happened, Adrian. Let me leave that right in, because right now, by having, and here what happening, I put half a face, because I know if I put the whole face, plenty people will get upset. So I hope nobody is watching their TV and looking at the mirror at the same time, because they're going to see a reflection. Let's go again. Government told to develop food plan now. I just wonder if I live in Mars. Why does a government have to be told to come up with a food plan? What it is you put the government there for? Imagine David Abdullah had to tell the government, hey, Omardat Maraj, agriculture specialists, all these fellas, and we have talented people in this country. Nawaz Karim and my good partner, I call my brain slippy name. All these people, talented people. But people have to tell all we need to come up with a food plan. Let's go again, guys. Chinese authorities on Tuesday tightened antivirus controls at port because you know why? 9 million people affected again in the fourth wave. In the fourth wave, you know. 9 million. And this is in Beijing. Eh? Beijing is one of the most industrialized areas in China. A lot of people do business with Shenzhen and Shanghai and all these areas. So what happens is that this is a key area. So if this shuts down, watch Bacchanal again. Let's go again. Right? Now, I have to play the video with Mr. Budram. Because you know why? I want people, just a few minutes, I want people to really understand what took place when this whole diving thing, when it transpired. So just take a brief look at the video. I know many of you would have seen it already, but just take a look at it, because for those of you who haven't seen it, you could hear it from him yourself.
All we was in, right? Over here, this would be me. I was in the front of the air pocket, right? This over here will be Kazim Jr. This here was Yusuf Henry. This here was Blacks, and here was Faizi. Right? All we was here. I made my way from here through the water, me and Faizi, and came into this air pocket. From this air pocket, I was a little way in front of Faizi, and then I went enter the next waterway that bring me straight up to the riser. Somewhere over here is where I left Faizi, right? And came up to the top of the riser. I was in the air pocket, we were praying, we were asking God for a miracle. We was dragging each other. I was dragging small cars with my foot. Yusuf was pushing small cars. Blacks were lying down here. Faizi were help pushing Yusuf, and we were making our way along. And every time we stop and rest, we stop and say and pray, asking God to deliver us, asking God to save us, calling on to Jesus to help you out of the situation. After reaching this point here, where the water was nearly full to the pipe, we had to make a decision. I had to leave and come back because we wasn't unable to carry the next tree through this water. Faizi and I were able to move well enough with the tanks we find. I found one tank, Faizi found one also. We was able to move well enough to get back, to get through this water. Alright? And we made the decision, and with everybody agreed that we would go first and come back for help. I promise each and every one of them that I'll be back for them. If I can't come back, I'll send help. You know, and when I make that dash and we came up here, Faizi take a rest at this air pocket, and I went straight up and told them all of them was living. Everybody was living. And Paria made a conscious decision to murder my friends. To murder my friends by telling the Coast Guard or by whoever authority, letting the Coast Guard know that there's not allowed no more divers inside that pipe to rescue these men. I was damaged and was able to swim out this pipeline. So why a good diver who hasn't any damage couldn't go in and rescue these people with a line, with some tanks, with a air hose or whatever means necessary of getting these men out? Why Paria has the decision or has the authority to make that decision to kill people? This, in my eye, is murder. Because the same way I come out, the same way all my friends could have been outside here living today if they didn't make that decision to murder my friends. And
strong words there. Well, is that the reality of it is that let us see what the investigation will show and where blame would lie. All right, so let's open up our phone lines now. We're going to open up our phone lines and let's hear what you have to say. We have 10 minutes to take some calls. So when you call in, turn on the volume on your television and let's hear the reaction. I know many of you would want to comment on, the recent shuffle of a bunch of jokers and where it went from there. Now, remember, when you call in, turn on the volume on your television, please, because it creates a little noise and feedback for those who are within the studio environment here. All right, so guys, give me the call bar when you're ready, please. Yeah, tonight is a very calm and relaxed night, Let's go. Hello. Huh?
Yeah.
Doc. It had Doc? You serious? Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead, please. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I'm not getting you.
All right, caller, listen to me. You are listening to your television. Do not listen to your television. Please ignore your television right now. And just listen to your telephone. Turn down the volume on your television, please.
I did that.
Right. Now you're hearing me, so go ahead.
Yeah.
You are still not doing what I'm telling you. Listen to your telephone and continue. Go ahead.
Yes, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yeah, well, I look at TV, it's mute. Okay, Mr. Nishan, good night.
Good night. Caller, are you okay? Hello? All right, let's move on to the line. I think he sounds a bit nervous. I don't know if it's his first time caller calling, but try back again, please, because what happens is that you need to recollect your thoughts, and of course, I know sometimes it can be a bit nerve-wracking. Let's go again. Hello?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Yeah, Inshan. I'm calling from Saparia.
Right.
And, this is really, really heartbreaking what these gentlemen had to go through. And I have worked in the energy sector for almost 40 years.
Wow.
And I can tell you that these OSHA, because OSHA is okay, to me, they take towards the company side. And therefore, I just hope that this whole investigation turn out to be as real as it can possibly be. Because there were many incidents while I was working, and it was just like swept under the carpet and didn't bother with it before.
Well, Ramesh has always been a very straight shooter. He has always been that way. So therefore, I hope that, it continues along that line. And because, the family, because there is a surviving member, the facts cannot be disputed. So therefore, we just have to wait and see what's taking place. All right, so thank you so much. Let's go on again. Hello?
Hello, good night.
Good night.
My condolences go out to the family of the divers that had perished at the Paria incident. But I want to stray a bit tonight based on my observation. Crime in this country is getting out of hand. What I have noticed, I say I'm not an investigator, but it has certain areas in this country where guns and ammunition are coming in.
Of course.
I notice I have been jogging in the morning and I see certain cars come down in certain areas with 3, 4, 5 men in it. Right?
Right.
They pretend they're going to catch crab in the mangrove.
Right.
Right? But notice, I am as a child used to do that. And they dress up like this as though they go to line. They come out with big, big bags and these cars come and pick them up.
Right.
I call the police station to make a report. And the guy at the desk is asking me, what is my number? What is my name? Where I am from? And I just observe these things on many occasions. And police in this country could stop the crime and the guns, the illegal guns. And I am sure these fellas are bringing in guns. At night, you see women coming out of the mangrove, right? Which is, I am a citizen and I could stop these things, but why these police in this country cannot do something about this? You're calling and you're reporting and they're questioning you like if as though you are the criminal, right? And this is happening throughout the borders, going from Labre straight down to Point 14. A lot of illegal activity, especially at night. These fellas cutting the cable, and when they call to report, it is happening, no one is coming. You're seeing it happening. My whole street, cable hanging all in the middle of the road.
Right.
Right?
Right. But we have to leave it there. I can't go on of an unlimited time. I understand
sure,
the concerns you have. All right, but thank you very much, caller. Thank you so much. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on 1 second before I take this call. Prime Minister no answer any phone, boy. Let's go. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good night. It's man, good program, boy.
Thank you so much, my friend. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I call from Tonapuna, boy. I call this corporation a month and maybe 2 months now to clean my cesspit. And I can't get through it. Look like I have a new minister now. I had to go and check he in Kent House. That is one. Second point, school opening in, they want to open back school in April. I think the Prime Minister, if he's listening, should reconsider that. Because, remember, children, when they go out to buy, you don't know, first of all, you don't know how much parents lose their jobs, who out of they have to buy new uniform if it's a new school. And then when they're going to stop that now, they'll be back home for 2 months and start back in September. And then plus the cases, they should take a look at the cases first. And then, you know what I mean? I know we should start afresh. If case is good, we should start afresh in September. What's a big difference bringing them in just for this last term? What you know what I mean? For academic purposes, leave them online until this term finishes and start fresh in September.
I agree with you. I don't have a problem with that. I could understand where you're coming from but the silly thing is that what you're saying there makes sense. And remember, when you're dealing with government, you can't talk things that making sense.
All right.
Hello?
Yeah, but last point.
Yeah.
And last point, no, I feel you have to take your own advice too. You said that Manning warned us about Rowley. Right now, that was 2015. We gave that advice prior, and you remember you supported him in 2015.
Yeah, but the thing is that Manning had a man building a 30 million church for him. Manning had called a heart. So at the end of the day, whether it is Manning was a little trippy himself too, you know. So you don't understand that.
Please try your call again.
Asim, I just sent something to you, right? So after this caller, you'll post that up for me. Yeah, hello? All right, good. Okay. All right, let me pause there a little bit. Now, here what I just want to tell people, all you see Friday and Saturday, all you need to try and come and spread out a little bit in terms of time, because all you does drop down there at Baraka Grounds 5:30 to 9 p.m. and it has been madness. So you see if all you coming down this weekend for food, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, make sure all you spread out all the time, please, because you know, sometimes you just have a 5 or 10 minute waiting, and I know all they come in there for lamb and steak and all them kind of fancy food and Chinese food and, you know, Mexican cuisine and things. So all they just try and limit. You see that time span there? That there is have real people they dread. Real people. Now, I ain't want to get no stress because, you know, they has already tried to target me. Let's go to our lines again. Asim, you get it? Hello? Hello?
Hello, good night.
Good night. Right. Asim will take this call and one more caller. Hello, yes, go ahead.
Hello, good night. Because of the Paria fiasco, I would have thought that Stewart Young was the one that they would have demoted, but it looked like it was Faris Alwari. They played for it.
No, they target Faris. Faris, they wanted to kick out Faris long time. Even one of their bloggers, Bucky, right? Super Teeth, who does be on Facebook, Bucky was targeting Faris for a while. So at the end of the day, it was an all-out attempt to get Faris out. So they put him there to frustrate him, really. Right? I don't know who Bucky are talking about. Asim just put up that picture before. Right. The picture now. I tell earlier, every week I go and show earlier some projects by the Tanapuna Piako Regional Corporation that some of them may have been done. And these are estimates and this and that. Now, all these things here to construct and engineer, look at hundreds of thousands of dollars. I want to know what was approved and how much was spent. So what we are doing, two people living First Avenue, Bamboo number 2, to strengthen and resurface. Wait. Where is First Avenue in Bamboo? I live in Bamboo. Is it Bamboo number 3 they're talking about? Because I do think it have a First Avenue in Bamboo number 2. Right? You see all these things, Dred? All these things I want all to go through. And now that Kazim not there in local government, Faris there now. So I will call Faris and tell him how he had to continue with the audit on the TPRC, because this is all some of the things that estimated and some do and some may do. Anyway, come back to me, guys. Let's take this call. Hello.
Yeah, Inchan, good night.
Good night.
Inchan, considering this whole situation with the Prime Minister,
yeah.
Well, we all know, you know this, and the whole country know the man is a two-down deceiver, but the man is lie for everything, and it look like he just forget who he's lying, and he just come and try to cover it up with a fresh line now. You know this, right? So, here the problem with this whole situation with the Prime Minister, right? The Prime Minister should not even be the head of the National Security Council, you know, because there's a conflict of interest there. It come like you asking the Commissioner of Police to report to you. And I
don't think he holds that position anymore, you know. I stand corrected, but I don't think he holds that position anymore.
No, but this is he getaway card all the time he go in at Gary, you know. If you notice, everything he go at Gary with is everything is in the head of the National Security Council, and that shouldn't be so, because the Commissioner of Police, who is an independent body in China, not supposed to answer to no political leader. You understand what I'm saying there, right? And with this whole situation now, everything that the Prime Minister is saying crumbling. So I don't understand on what information and what it is all they have that all they take Gary out of the position where he was doing a damn good job.
Correct.
In the police service. To put a man there and watch the results. It says make what? 8 months yet? 9 months? And
Correct.
look at how
everything
much crime
falling
gone
apart.
up.
Everything falling apart. And now Vemcot going to give contract for police vehicles. Vemcot, the same Vemcot parts was thieving like crazy. Boy, let me tell you something. You're going to see Bacchanal.
And listen, Ancient, Philip Alexander come and show you a video where they have all these police vehicles park up. If you see police vehicle park up, rotting down there. And I don't know where's the logic. I don't know where's the logic, because you could take parts from one and rebuild the next one, and you say the same thing too. It's minor parts these vehicles need. So why you have it park up there rotting down? I don't understand the logic. And the next thing too, you put Fitzgerald Hines there. Since Fitzgerald Hines come there, that whole FUL section closed down. Because of what? Because of Stanley John, and you report that nobody yet in charge for, or you only come and tarnishing people's reputation in Chan. And all they're not charging nobody, nothing coming out of it. I'm waiting to see, because we have the Mosquito Creek, we have that, we have the health ministry, you know that whole commissioner inquiry. Now we have this one here concerning the divers. I'm waiting to see all the results are coming out, and nobody getting held accountable for it in Chan.
Agreed.
You understand what I'm saying, right? Anyway, you enjoy your night.
Thank you very much. You know what I want to find out too? Who got the contract for the Port of Spain, the pits in Port of Spain? License office like a cesspit in Port of Spain. This is what I tell you, the staff there, I find the staff in Port of Spain, or should just walk out. Because really and truly, it have some good people working on Port of Spain. And what happens is that I want to find out who it is that get the contract to organize the pits there in Port of Spain. I hear the work start in February and only 2 whole days. I'm going to send my drone to take out a shot. Every time I walk in license office, it'll be like Cowboy X show up, you know. Right? Anyway, this is where I need to wrap up, because I've gone 5 minutes over my time. But I would like to thank you so much. Patu still so long, shocking. Right? I would like to thank you so much for tuning in. As I said before, by the way, last week when I mentioned about endorsing certain products, I didn't realize the huge amount of support that I would have gotten. And I would like to say, in ending, I would like to say this. No company should feel that they are so big that the people who assisted you could be nothing. No company, not only that. And secondly, if you stand on what is right, I am a Muslim, I'm a practicing Muslim. I'm not a hypocrite. And if I'm advertising for Brilliant, I wouldn't put a woman in a bikini and advertise for Brilliant. Neither would I get a man who cussing people about their mother, because I am a practicing Muslim and this thing on my head is not there for style. So the reality of it is that I'm glad that so many of you, Maulanas, Imams, everybody called me and congratulated me on my stand, and it is something that I will continue to do. Right is right, wrong is wrong, and who vex hard luck? If they call you and tell you they're giving you a discount, tell them if they know what to do, right? So at the end of the day, God bless all you. Have a safe one. Be safe outside with all the madness taking place. Remember, there's a repeat of this program on Saturday. And don't forget, for those of you with the IBN and Baraka Foundation Expo, remember that takes place next week. So for all of you who have not booked your space now, because we only have about 5 more spots left. Take care. All right, to all of us, assalamu alaikum and good evening.
I know I'm waiting for something to happen to me. But this waiting comes with trials and challenges.